Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar. It's time for BrickTsar Answer Thingy. If you don't know what that is, where have you been? This is the series where I answer the viewer questions. I haven't pre-screened these. I'm way behind on it, so we should have a lot of questions to consider. And I am going to give you my answers, most of which are opinions and some which might be wrong. Well, opinions can't be wrong, but facts can. So let's see what questions we got. I'm eager to see this. And thank you for asking your questions. If you want to leave a question down below in the comments section, use the hashtag BAT. I'll pull it out of the spam filters, and then that'll help me cycle through these because that's what I'll start with. I'll start with the hashtag BAT questions, then I'll just go to the general questions. Sometimes the general questions are people just asking a question on a video. So enough of that. Let's get to it. I'm wearing a Man Machine shirt. This is Kraftwerk in Lego form, and one of their early albums. We Are the Robots is what it says right there. So maybe that's the single. I thought the album was Man Machine, or maybe that was the song. I should know this stuff. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get to the questions. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. This is from BrickTix, and it says, BrickTsar, quick question. I need your magical train knowledge. It says, can a Lego 12-volt train switch track electronic remote controller be used to automatically switch a Lego 9-volt switch track? That's a very interesting question. You know that the switches are actually different. Let me see the replies. Well, I don't see. People replied to it, but I cannot see them. But without modification, I would say no. It probably would be better to make a power functions switch machine. I know Battery Powered Bricks has done a lot of things with remote control trains, so that's who I'm going to send you to is Battery Powered Bricks. Brian over there, he does a lot of things with Mindstorms, power functions, and trains and remote control things. And that would give you a better idea. I've not actually done that. I've never done any remote control with my 9-volt, and I've never actually operated a 12-volt remote control. But the mechanism is different. So I would say on the surface, no, you can't. So I would say unfortunately not. So here's one from Geology Joe. He says, are you actually losing viewers over the Fabuland thing? I've enjoyed these. Absolutely. So I mentioned this in the live stream, but the views have gone down. But it's funny. I hit 67,000 when at the time of me recording this. I had hit 67,200 subscribers. Right before I started filming this, one of the Fabuland videos posted, because my videos post at 1. I'm filming this after 1 on the day that I'm filming it, not the day that you're watching. But anyway, I lost 3 viewers, or 3 subscribers. So yes, I'm losing. I'm not even losing views. I'm losing subscribers over it. But it's over now. So John Cornet says, "What series will you collect after the Fabuland? Paradisa? I hope so. When I was little, I got 6416. Played a lot with the set. So I've already done the Fabuland series. That was one of my early days of YouTube on this channel. I knew nobody had done it. That some people had done just a few videos on some of the sets, and I just did videos on all of the sets. I did individual videos on each, much like I did with Paradisa. I mean, with Fabuland, I did a video on each Paradisa set individually, and then just kind of did a horrible brief overview. Had it on that awful green table. I would like to do it with, better quality. I may not even have filmed those in HD. They might have been in 720 or 480p. It's so long ago. It's like, I think the first few months I was on YouTube, I didn't know you could do HD. So, yeah, that's a good question, John. But I've already done it. So they're on the channel over 11 years ago. But they do need to be redone. And the Paradisa, I packed them away in that box, and they've been back there in that back room ever since. I do have the Paradisa watches. I don't necessarily think those go with the Paradisa theme, but Lego slapped the Paradisa word on them. So those are something I could add to the video. Geology Joe, another question. Is that mic you're holding functional? You have an awesome collection there. So sometimes it is. Sometimes it cuts off. But it's a Rode mic in there, in the receivers there on my phone. So what happens, sometimes that thing shuts off. So what I've done for this video, I've actually connected it to power. And sometimes even when that shuts off, the sound is still recorded on this thing, and I can take it and download it onto my computer and sync the audio. But with Apple, it's very challenging to sync it, because it may be synced at the first few seconds, and then if it's a longer video, towards the end, everything's out of sync. So you have to keep resyncing it. One Clever Pig. The Bee Book. Oh yeah, that's where I was making reference to Buster Bob Baseball Bus. Man, this is not good on my glasses. Just aren't good for this. I wonder if I can make this bigger. Is there a way to make this bigger? Let's see. I want to go up. Let's go 80. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh, now I can see it. All right. My sister used to be able to do the whole book by memory. Wow. Big brown bear, blue bull, beautiful baboon, blowing bubbles, biking backwards, bump Billy, bugs bread basket, or something to that. Yeah, that's the book. My son loved it. Also, not sure if you'll see this, and you have answered it at some point, but why did Lego have different set numbers depending on region? That seems like it would just create unnecessary problems. No, I agree with that. And they don't do it now. They do it with re-releases. So I don't know if it's like different production runs and they have to do a different number. So like when they produced it in Europe, they used one set number, and then when they brought it over to North America, they had a different production run. Or maybe that's the way, like, there was different legal requirements for North America, in particular the United States, like having the piece count. We probably never would have had piece counts on boxes if it wasn't for North America. Not that we need it, but maybe that's how they differentiated which ones were for Europe and which ones were for North America, so that they didn't get any confusion and send things to the wrong country. Maybe that's why in the early days there were different set numbers, but now I guess they're able to, with computers and stuff, they're able to keep things separated. But it's a good question, and it seems nonsensical that they had to do it. But I think that's the reason. And it's 100% just speculation off the top of my head, but it makes sense, doesn't it? Martin Ferret, have you ever heard of the construction company building toys? They were like Lego, except you had to connect the pieces using a screwdriver. They were strange and I think very short-lived. And no, I don't think I've heard of that. Kind of reminds me of Tulo. You got to use those Duplo tools to connect them, and I think that's why he mentioned it in this video here. But I haven't seen it. Here's one from Crying Brian. Would you ever get a Tipper truck themed tattoo? As much as I love the Tipper truck, there's never going to be any intentional body markings on me. I'm not going to get any tattoos. I have strong opinion about that, but I know there's people that choose to get that, but it's not me. So Brick and Time asks, hey Jabba, do you have a favorite rant that you've done? And if so, what was it about? I think in fact, I just got another comment. And if you hear trains running in the background, Milo has just come down. Hi, Milo. He's running Brewster right now. So the one that annoys me a little bit, but not too much, is Lego. Laygo. I had somebody just comment that sarcastically on one of my videos, basically saying it's not Lego. They said, what's Lego? Laygo. They spelled it. And I said, congratulations, you spelled it correctly. But you phonetically correctly, but it's actually spelled Lego. But it's one of those, well, you'll never, no matter what you reply, they will always come back and say they're right. When I have proof, I have written proof that I'm right. But I also understand that some words are pronounced differently in different countries. So it's a non-issue. It doesn't matter. So, oh God, it's just so annoying. that you think the way you pronounce it is the only way that it should be pronounced. Like, look how many different words there are pronounced differently in Britain or the UK than they are over here. And how many are mispronounced over here? Nobody cares, so get over it. Good grief. Now, see, you led me into a rant, Brick in Time. Geology Joe, what was your... He's also a channel member. I should probably mention which one of these are channel members. What was your favorite task role when you worked at Six Flags? Did you ever wear a character costume or operate a ride? I did operate a ride. Operated... Well, no. I did not ever... Yes, I did operate a ride. It was like the Flying Bulls. They had the little kiddie rides, and those were simple to operate. You just had to make sure the kids were buckled in, and you pushed a button, and then it went its amount of time, and then it stopped. Or you could emergency stop it if you wanted to. But I was not in the ride department. I would just volunteer. Well, when I say volunteer, I would work shifts in the ride department to get extra money. And usually it was just loading and unloading people. Like I worked a mine train. I worked the Hanson cars, just loading and unloading people. You don't really operate the Hanson cars. you get to stand on the side and push the pedal. But very little of that. I also did the log flumes back in the day, the ones that's gone even. But I didn't wear a character costume ever. I knew a lot of the people in that, what do they call that? What do they call the characters? They called it, oh my goodness, it's been, I haven't worked there in 25 years, so it's like I forget some of the names, the characters. They were show department. So they usually were shorter. Yeah. And most of them were girls as well. Even the ones that were male characters. So, and the thing that they would always get me, because it's like they would know who I am, but I wouldn't know who they are. I was acquainted with some of the people that worked in shows, but my favorite task was washdown. Was what I did. I worked at night. We did that full time for 4 years. I did it part time, helping out for pretty much the whole time I worked there. But we ended up making it a full time job. It's called washdown. I got a video on one of my channels about it. It's where you clean the park at night with a water hose. It's a 1-inch fire hose, and I loved. I can't express enough how much I loved that job. It was not stressless. It was satisfying. I wish I had the GoPro helmet cam then to record it. It's just so satisfying. Seeing you go and you see all the debris and the spilt drinks and the cotton candy, and then you go through that hose, and it's just satisfying. You can see the line of trash as you're washing it down into the Chattahoochee River. I love that job. I don't think I'll. Yeah, nothing I've done since. I like doing YouTube. I like building Lego, but I just, as far as a job that you get paid, that was the best. Wash down at Six Flags. What Ian Wozniak says, what is your favorite non-minifigure, non-sticker, non-printed Lego element, piece, and why? That is a tough one. So it can't have can be a minifigure part, can't have a sticker on it, can't have print on it. 818, the Tipper bucket. I guess that's what is it. Does it say non-special? Yeah, it's got to be a Tipper bucket. Are you okay, Milo?
Yeah.
How's Brewster? Yeah. You got Wilson? Geology Joe, what is the oldest shirt you have? And how about your all-time favorite shirt, including any you don't have anymore? Did you ever have a Lucky shirt? No, I never had a Lucky shirt, but in my... Oh, man, I'll try to dig it out. I used to have Gru the Wanderer shirts, and I had this one where Gru's holding his sword, and I used to wear it when I played softball. There's a picture in one of the Six Flags annuals. I will try. I'm not like adding a lot of clips in here. I got to remember to go take a picture of that. I loved my Gru shirts, and I had duplicates of all the Gru the Wanderer comic books, and I sold the complete collection on eBay. And the guy that bought it asked me about the shirts, and I included the shirts. So it's one that's a regret. I probably had about 10 different Gru the Wanderer shirts, and I wore them so much. They did have holes in them, which I pointed out to the guy, but I do kind of regret that. Oh, I tell you, but more than that, there's one when I did this in 2021 when I did the shirt every day. There's the Barney shirt. I think I'd throw it away, but it was Barney, the dinosaur, the purple dinosaur, except he had one kid, in a headlock, and he had another kid in his mouth. He was eating the kids. That was I wish I still had that shirt. And then, of course, the Cheerios or whatever it was, there was a mail-in giveaway from cereal. I had two Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure shirts that had the basically had the poster, and I think they had black sleeves. They were white, I think, or maybe a black collar. I had two of them. I wore them so much, I wore them completely out. And so those came out in like 89 or 90 from cereal orders. So I wish I still had those. So see, now you've made me mention several. That's like 15 shirts I still wish I had. That's why I don't throw any away now. But the oldest shirt I have is not one that I can wear. It's the Incredible Hulk shirt, which Milo has worn. It's one my brother had. So I never was the size to wear it. That came out in like 1976. So it was my little brother's shirt. Then my son wore it, and then Milo has worn it. It's from 1976. That thing is 48 years old. So that is my oldest shirt. The oldest shirt that I can wear that I still have are ones from 1984, I think. I think from 1984. And so I have a class jersey from I would have bought in 1985, maybe 85. If I think hard enough, I should say Coco's broken. Yeah, I think that's it. Ian Wozniak, is set 818 with two pieces the set with the least amount of pieces, or are there other sets like it that come very close? Well, it's a tie with many for one. There are a lot of those service packs that have one piece, and that 818, it's really more like a service pack. It's right here. It's just a service pack basically in a box. It's almost the most. I'm gonna do a video on that once I get two of them that aren't. I just broke the narrow gauge train. So Albert asks, what is the largest set you've built, disassembled, and built again? Well, I've disassembled the Statue of Liberty and then rebuilt it because it came assembled. And it's fallen apart a little bit since then, and that was a lot of pieces. That's probably it, but I didn't build it the first time. I know that we did the regret video so many times where I've built modulars, then took them apart, and then built them again. But I don't think any of those had as many pieces as the Statue of Liberty. But again, like I said, I disassembled it, then rebuilt it. I didn't build it, disassemble it, and build it. One that I want to do is the Grand Carousel. I built it, disassembled it, now I got it, and I want to build it again. It's a tough question. I'm about to disassemble. Huh? Yeah. You want to come over here? So Martin Jensen says, in regard to your UCS Tipper, why didn't you just use trans-clear bricks for continuity rather than the clear panels? I can't remember if you stated why. It's great to see it back. So there's a lot of things with the UCS Tipper I need to fix. I need to put a 1x4, a 4 wide brick on the wheels instead. I don't know why I did a 2. Oh, I know why I did. Because I just need to take those tiles out and put a 4 wide round brick there. But he's saying I should have just, there's panels. The main reason why is because it was taking a lot of bricks that I didn't have, and it was those were hard to find. Uh-oh. How did you do that? How did you turn that one on? I forgot which track that was. I think that's... There we go. We ran over the bus.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh.
No, not the bus. You can't have the bus. Okay. What truck? But yeah, I think the reason I didn't use the bricks is because they're expensive. I might update that. What is it? Let me finish my video. Can I finish my video? Geology Joe asked, are you able to deduct Lego purchases from your taxes? I have to. I would pay thousands of dollars in taxes if I didn't. And so I have revenue from YouTube and revenue from Bricklink. And so I get those forms. I think I'll be getting one from, I didn't get one from eBay last year, but I'll probably get one from eBay this year for this tax year. And so I take all of my Lego purchases, because that's why I do haul videos. It's a tax write-off. If I didn't do a haul video on it, I couldn't say it wasn't for my, it could be like for my personal use. So everything is for, it's for business. But yeah, I have to write them off, because it's, and that's why I buy a lot, because I make a lot. So, yeah, you want to pay as little in taxes as possible. Jimbo Brick says, "What about the year of the tie in 2025?" Oh, that would it would be doable. It actually is something that's doable. I only have about 40 ties, maybe. I probably used to have more. My wife threw out some of the ones that were really dated. I kind of like the dated ones, but I don't want to buy 320 more ties. If I had a tie sponsor, I might do it. Plus, I don't want to put that shirt on every single time, a button-up shirt to put on a tie. But it would be, I think that would be a pretty cool thing to do for all your videos, though. Like, maybe not a tie every day of the year, but just every video wear a tie. That's that's the way musicians were back in the. You know what? It used to, up until the early '60s. I mean, people wore a tie all the time when they went out in public. All right, Pomodorg says, "What would you do if you were offered all the 107 listed by BrickSet Fabuland sets, all 107 of the listed Fabuland sets, new mint and sealed boxes for free, on a condition, though, that within a month you'll have to open, build, and review all of them one by one on video, and then share all the boxes also on video, all the while wearing the same shirt." Even edit. I've had the perfect timing with your Build Every Lego Fabuland series, haven't I? If it makes me question more interesting Fabuland with the 60s. It wouldn't matter. So that's an easy answer for me. For all, whether it's Fabuland or some 60, all the sets that came out in the 60s and they're sealed in the box. If I didn't pay for them, and that was a requirement, I would absolutely do it. And you want to talk about gold? I think that would be like whatever you would lose in value, that would make your channel go. In fact, you know what I would do? I would probably create a new channel, and it would just be sealed set unboxings. The whole channel, that's all it would be, is sealed set unboxings. And I would do each video would be me unboxing another 60-year-old set or 45-year-old set if it was Fabuland. But yeah, I would be all in on that. Of course, then I would run out of sealed set. Here's one from Rooster. He says, love these vids. Talking about progress, you put a lot of effort into moving the brick store to create a TV corner, was it? Is that still on tour list, or were you let off the hook for also part out and during watching TV? And other, would you ever leave the basement anymore and eat? So I've parted out a lot of. Oh my goodness, when did this come out? Oh, running out of space. I have parted out a lot of stuff, um, and it is all 95% of the time while I'm watching TV upstairs. Um, I'm not sure if I read that question correctly, but I'm pretty fast at partying out now, I think. Mardi Gras Man says the official Bat podcast never disappoints. Is that what this is? Is this podcast? uh, Here's one from Mayo. Um, it's not a question. It's about using the hashtag Bat. Let's see. Here's one from Jim. It says, my favorite Lego sub thing is Blacktron. And where's the question? All right. Do you know when the box design change occurred? Do any other things straddle this change? Or either box design more sought after than the other? Oh no, he turned on the fire train again. Let's see. So the Blacktron 2 sets were sold with two different box designs. They started with the yellow Legoland boxes, but they changed over to black boxes. So I don't know those eras. I miss the yellow box era. I mean, when I say I miss it, I am missing it. I was there for it, but I didn't pay enough attention to it. And there's always throughout the history of Lego, there's going to be transitions to different boxes, and when a set is on shelves for 2 to 3 to 10 years depending on what it is, it's going to have multiple different boxes. That's why I ended up with 3 different boxes for set 818. It's interesting about Blacktron. So the 80s, and then you're getting into the 90s, and then yeah, and you see that with the Star Wars stuff. They changed the boxes. They had the blue box and the other box, and I I know there are people that collect it, and then there's even like box sizes change. I can't get. Wait a minute! I just did it. I just collected something 3 different. That's one off for me. I'm not going to be collecting different boxes, but I don't know the answer to your question. I don't know when it changed, or if any are more sought after than the other. If the inventory was different, it would be. Here's another one about my favorite Lego part from Geology Joe. It's 818, not the set. The tipper truck bucket. Joe Bowl says, hey, I just noticed you upscaled SigFig has a hat now. Looks like you did in yesterday's video too. Is it done, or are you going to give it hair? I do want to give BrickTsar hair. I just don't know how to do it yet, and I've not had time to really figure it out. I definitely want to give it hair. All right, so that is all the back questions. Now we're going to go see if there's any. I'm going to change my filter to contain questions, see if we got any others that I haven't. Ranga Turk says, did they even sell ice cream bikes in 1987? I have no idea. It's something with the Fabuland that has the ice cream cone. There's 2 different sets. I think they have the ice cream cone on the trike. I don't know. Let's see. All right, so Mr. Boss Smile, on my Brittle Blue video. So I just did a live stream featuring Brittle Reddish Brown. And this is the Brittle Blue Lego video, which is the only video I've done in the last 8 years, I think, that's gotten 100,000 views on this channel. But he says, is it age or sun fade? And so I'm going to have to actually respond to him here because he's not likely to watch this video. But it's the plastic. Oh, wait, I just did that in all caps, like I'm yelling at him, so it's the plastic. You turned it on again. You turned on the fire train.
Yeah.
Why did you turn on the fire train? Why do you keep turning that switch on? Mixes 5938 says, I'd like to address the elephant in the room. Hi, Elmer. How you doing? So that was on the Fabuland. That comment needs to be pinned. I'm going to go to that video. Let's see if I've pinned anything on that video already. Oh, come on. Stupid commercials playing. So I'm going to go over here. Nobody's. Oh, yeah. I definitely need to pin that comment. Normally, I've been pinning a lot of Robin Holes comments. Yeah, but Mixes 59, you're getting your comment pinned. A lot of times if it's directly answering something I asked, or if it's somebody I featured, I'll pin their comment. But if you make me LOL, literally, literally laugh out loud, I sometimes I pin those comments. It's just a knee-jerk reaction on my part. All right, I think that's about all the questions. If I missed your question, here's one from Mayo. What was the first set to include a goat? I don't know that. I know the first to conclude the minifigure scale goat was a castle set, the mill, that mill set, but there were probably Duplo goats before that. And then there was definitely a Fabuland goat before that, which is what he is commenting on, is a Fabuland video. Oh, it was the first set to include a goat? I don't know. No, for sure. But that's something we should look up. But maybe. That was, yeah. All right, so yeah, that's where we're at. We're going over here to Milo. So Milo, what are you doing? You left Toby on. Will you go turn Toby off?
No.
Will you turn Toby off?
No.
Turn it off? Come on. Let's go over here. You left Toby running. Where's Brewster? Uh-oh. Oh, I see what happened. You turned off this track.
Oh.
So you got to leave that one. You keep turning that switch. That's why he stops.
Yes, stop.
Yeah, he stopped. Okay, what are you going to do now? You going to go play?
Yes, I.
So we're going to play with the choo-choos now? Do you remember his name? Do you remember his name? It's a Flying Scotsman.
Shoo-shoo.
Yeah. Well, let's go play. Do it again. Do that. Can you do it?